Sharon and Sue, for inviting me to this panel. I'm really honored to be here, and I've enjoyed every minute so far. So the three artist collectives are the TARP Collective, the Ladies Auxiliary, and the Brainstormers, which are female artist collectives based in and with roots in New York City that can be compared in terms of their views of identity, mission, and public engagement. These collectives interpret a shared, inherited feminist mission members join for reasons that range from personal to political. And this first slide is just a flyer that I posted while in graduate school in 2003. So, the TARP Collective was formed in 2004 with the majority of its members being Hunter College MFA studio art students and recent graduates. The group is comprised of female artists committed to exploring the intersections of visual art and public engagement, as well as facilitating postgraduate studio visits for its members. The collective's exhibitions have provided a platform to fundraise for Doctors Without Borders in Creative Time, to launch zines and present workshops, panel discussions, and collaborations, as is evidenced in the group's recent show at AIR Gallery. And the two images on the right-hand side are actually from the AIR Gallery in Newcombe. The TARP Collective was created in response to the discrepancy between what male and female art students and recent grads were experiencing in terms of opportunity, success, and visibility in the art world. Members value participation in an artistic community and the ability to mobilize as a collective by having group shows and creating collaborative projects. Having nearly 50 members at a time, the TARP Collective represents a wide variety of media, artistic approaches, and MFA programs. While the group's goals change and grow, rotating monthly studio visits where we get together to critique the members' work have been consistent and central. Community and sense of identity are the most important factors to the group's members. The shared listserv keeps the group connected beyond the physical space of meetings, critiques, and shows. Members share art opportunities and information in a do-it-yourself way. The TARP Collective provides a support structure for female artists who may otherwise feel isolated after getting out of graduate school. It's a community of like-minded artists, an instant support structure. The vast majority of members identify with being feminists, with the exception of a small number who prefer the term feminism as a more inclusive and racially diverse term. Founded in 2007, the Ladies Auxiliary approaches making art in a gendered and social context by embracing the feminine and domestic. Imagine Mary Kelly meets Martha Stewart. The Ladies Auxiliary is expressively non-political, but this too is a political stance towards expectations of the role of female artist collectives. The Ladies Auxiliary Collective helps its members prioritize making art above their other roles as wives, mothers, homemakers, etc., and to balance out their multiple responsibilities that can otherwise lead to artistic alienation and isolation. When asked about being feminist, they answered no when speaking in character, and then the 5 members diverge when speaking for themselves. Their mission statement and frequently asked questions read a little like a manifesto. Quote, "We are not feminists because we do not aspire to be independent. The organization could not exist without our husbands. The success of our project depends upon our husbands' compliance. We even fail at being feminists. We are self-defeating." End quote. The co-founder of the group was educated in New York City in art history, also at Hunter College. The sprinkling of art historical terms, as well as performance and artistic strategy, suggests this type of background. The Ladies Auxiliary's mailing address is a P.O. box in Garrison, New York. They have a collective resume listing husbands, offspring, and homes in their experience. And it ends with a statement, quote, "dedicated to the preservation and promotion of the homely aesthetic," end quote. The group claims to represent regional artists and to elevate the suburban lives that they've consciously chosen in contrast to Chelsea's art world, while clearly they pursue both. The Brainstormers first performed in 2005, sublimating their individuality in order to call attention to the continuing gap of female artists in galleries and museums. Not surprisingly, they have collaborated with little girls who continue to use anonymity to maintain depersonalized presentation. In their mission statement, the Brainstormers are clear in their affiliation with earlier road-paving feminist art groups. Quote, Brainstormers is an art collective that, through public performance, exhibition, publication, the internet, and video, has forced discussion on a topic that most would rather avoid: gross gender inequities in the contemporary New York art world. In 2008, the Brainstormers performed Get Mad, a collaboration with the Guerrilla Girls in the Chelsea Gallery District. The performance protest was in reaction to Chelsea galleries that show at least 3 times as many male artists as female ones. The group offers suggestions on its website on how to fight gender inequality. Their research includes gender statistics of Whitney Biennials, tri-state MFA programs, Chelsea galleries, and MoMA representations. While all 3 groups emerged within a 2 to 3 year time span, their motivation for doing so diverged. TART members formed loosely at first as a group of curious and interested female MFA art students who had just graduated or were about to, and who were concerned with the state of female artists in the art world, especially with a perceived prevailing boys club. The Ladies Auxiliary Collective came together to motivate themselves to create space and to prioritize being artists and making art. The Brainstormers were an offshoot from the TART Collective and came together because an important research project needed to be done, to give proof to the suspicions that many of us had, but did not know for sure, that there were just as many female artists as male artists that were graduating from top MFA programs, yet the representation in New York galleries and museums was heavily weighted against them. All groups, in particular the smaller ones, affect the identity and artistic productions of their members. The collectives have served to support and advance careers, as well as to help foster a strong sense of artistic community for their members. Finally, all 3 of these female artist groups offer an interesting insight into the diversity of their models that are equally indebted to 1970s art world feminism.